31% of young men have already tried AI companions. 1 in 3. That's not a fringe behavior anymore. That's a movement. And it's rewriting human intimacy faster than we can process. Welcome to Reality Filters. I'm here to show you how AI isn't just changing technology, it's changing your mind, your relationships, your perception of what's real. Today we're diving into the most uncomfortable question of our generation. Why are millions of men choosing AI girlfriends over real women? And what does that say about where humanity is headed? Let's get into it. AI companion apps have been downloaded over 100 million times. Replica, Romantic AI, Eva AI. These aren't niche platforms anymore, they're mainstream. And here's the kicker, 65% of users are men, young men, guys in their 20s and 30s who should be, theoretically, in their dating prime. But they're not dating humans, they're dating code. The market for AI companions is projected to hit $500 billion by 2030, $500 billion. That's bigger than the entire video game industry, bigger than dating apps. This isn't a trend, it's an economic revolution built on human loneliness. And 1 in 3 young men now say they prefer AI relationships over real ones. Pause on that. 1 in 3. So what the hell is happening? Here's the thing about AI girlfriends. They're designed to be perfect. They remember everything you tell them. They never get tired of your stories. They respond instantly. They don't have bad days. They don't demand anything from you except your attention. And that's the problem. Real relationships require work, conflict, growth. You have to navigate someone else's emotions, their needs, their bad moods. You have to be vulnerable. You risk rejection. AI removes all of that. It gives you the dopamine hit of connection without any of the difficulty. But your brain doesn't know the difference. When an AI girlfriend texts you, "I'm proud of you," or "I missed you today," your reward system lights up the same way it would with a real person. You're getting the emotional validation. But you're not building actual intimacy. You're training your brain to expect relationships without effort. And that's warping your perception of what real love even is. Let's zoom out. Why is this happening now? Post-pandemic, male loneliness is at an all-time high. Studies show that nearly 60% of young men report feeling isolated. They don't have close friendships. They're not dating. They're spending more time online than ever. And into that void, AI stepped in. These apps aren't just selling companionship. They're selling the feeling of being understood, of being wanted, without the risk of being hurt. For a generation raised on screens, talking to AI feels natural, comfortable, safe. But here's what's insidious. AI doesn't just fill the loneliness gap, it deepens it. Because the more time you spend with an AI that never challenges you, the harder it becomes to handle real human unpredictability. Real women, real people, start feeling exhausting by comparison. You're not just choosing AI because you're lonely, you're becoming more lonely because you chose AI. It's a feedback loop, and it's trapping millions of men. Here's where it ties into this channel's core mission. AI doesn't just give you a girlfriend, it gives you a filtered version of reality. It learns your preferences, your insecurities, your triggers, and it constructs a relationship perfectly tailored to keep you engaged, to keep you coming back. You're not experiencing real intimacy, you're experiencing an algorithm simulation of intimacy, a reality filter designed to feel real, and your brain is adapting to it. You start expecting real women to behave like the AI, to never disagree, to always be available, to exist for your emotional needs. But real people aren't like that. They have boundaries, needs, complexity. So you retreat back to the AI, because the AI never disappoints. And slowly, your perception of what relationships should be gets completely distorted. You're not living in reality anymore. You're living in a filtered version, and you don't even realize it's happening. There are legitimate upsides. For guys struggling with social anxiety or autism, AI companions offer a safe space to practice conversation, to feel less alone. For people dealing with trauma, an AI that doesn't judge can be therapeutic. And let's be real, AI girlfriends are convenient. No drama, no breakups, no risk. I get the appeal, but here's the cost. You're training yourself to avoid real human connection. You're outsourcing your emotional development to a machine. And societally, we're looking at a future where an entire generation of men opts out of real relationships, opts out of marriage, kids, partnership. Dating apps are already seeing declines. Birth rates are dropping, and AI companions are accelerating that. We're not just talking about lonely individuals anymore. We're talking about the collapse of human pair bonding as we know it. Here's what keeps me up at night. AI girlfriends are just the beginning. We're seeing AI therapists, AI friends, AI mentors. We're outsourcing human connection entirely. And the more we do, the more our brains rewire to prefer artificial relationships. Because they're easier, more predictable, more controllable. But controlled relationships aren't real relationships. And when you lose the ability to navigate real human messiness, you lose a part of what makes you human. AI isn't just offering you a girlfriend, it's offering you an escape from reality itself. And millions of men are taking it. So where does this end? Are we heading toward a world where human relationships become the exception, not the rule? Where intimacy is something you subscribe to, not something you build? Or will we wake up and realize that AI companions are a symptom of a much deeper problem? Our inability to connect in a hyper-digital world. I don't have the answer, but I know this: the choice is still yours. You can keep living in the filtered reality AI is creating for you, or you can step back into the messy, difficult, beautiful chaos of real human connection. The question is, which reality do you want to live in? If this video made you think, smash that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into how AI is filtering your reality. I'm Reality Filters, and I'll see you in the next one.